Hi Capricorn, it's Sloan Rhodes here with your Love and Romance reading for the month of July 2018. Capricorn, this is an adjunct video to the previously released Love and Romance reading I did for the months of May, June, and July. There's a link here if you haven't seen that one yet. And I also did a similar video to this where I go through what you're meant to do, not do, and look forward to regardless for June. And I don't know if I have a link here, but you can look it up. Okay, so this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for July 2018 Love and Romance. And Capricorn, I'm letting everyone know that I do have the Sloan Academy up. There's a link here. I have my online courses, how to read oracle cards for beginners, how to read oracle and tarot for intermediate and advanced. I have a crystals course, a free spirituality course, and now I have the life, purpose, career, and money readings that I do monthly, just like I do here for these ones. There's a free 30-day trial for those if you want to see them. They're available now for July, but it's 99 cents after the 30-day free trial. So, but I will still be releasing the longer life purpose readings here on the YouTube channel. So those will always be available as long as I'm doing those for free. Okay, let's get started. So today is the overarching theme I'm drawing from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck by Victoria Mosley. And then 3 cards from the Mary L. Tarot in terms of what you're meant to do, not do, and look forward to regardless based on the overarching theme. And then to close out your reading, I'll be drawing one more card from the Romance Angels. Let's go ahead and get started. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I like this deck. I use it and showcase it in my online home study courses with how to read oracle cards, tarot. Okay, so this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's the overarching theme for July 2018? Beautiful Earth sign. Okay, here we go. Release. Interesting. And awakening under the deck. So the overarching theme is this idea of release. Letting go. And opening. You have the awakening in the recent past under the deck here. Could even be an underlying theme that continues through the month of July. Well, it's not uncommon, of course, to have an awakening and then to shed older patterns that don't vibrate at the same frequency, since you have a new perspective, new understanding of self. Release. I feel like Capricorns can certainly release a lot of baggage. Such a hard-working sign, such a sincere and loyal sign. Yeah, there is this idea of ascending, awakening. You know, as I feel it, like it's almost like she's being lifted by spirit. She's going up and the fairies are here supporting her. You may even feel, Capricorn, in the month of July that you are letting things go, you're letting people go, you're making more room for yourself. You're not committing to everything like you used to, whether it be things for your kids or things for your partner or just things that your friends want to do. And you're not sure why. You're just trusting your instincts more. There's this beautiful full moon here, and things are coming, you know, to a natural sort of culmination here. And with that culmination, there's a shedding that happens in July for you. But let's get additional cards. Yeah, something's happened. I think there's been some suffering, some deep suffering for you, Capricorn. I don't know if it's been in love or just in general. And with that has been, you've been touched by spirit, like you've been touched, like you've been awakened. Often when we have deep suffering, that's when the shift occurs. It's not fun, but it's often what's required to open us up to more, to our guides and angels, to God, to Spirit, to the divine, to the all that is. Again, you know, this release is heavily influenced by this lunar energy, so you may be very instinctual in the month of July, you know, going by instinct, by intuition a lot more, without seeing the physical evidence of why you're doing it. That's a beautiful thing, Capricorn. It's what's meant to happen for you. Okay, so based on this release, what are Capricorn meant to do, not do, and what can they expect regardless? Okay, here we go, Capricorn. So Capricorns are meant to do is the World. Beautiful card. Again, this culmination, as I already talked about. What you're meant to not do is the Page of Cups. What you can expect or look forward to regardless is the Eight of Wands. Beautiful energy here. Okay, so, you know, I talked about that full moon, this idea of the culmination and then this shedding. And this is what you're meant to do here. What you're meant to do, start doing, or keep doing. We have the World, Major Arcana energy. You are definitely at the end of a cycle here. There's this bumping up. You are ascending, awakening to a new level, especially in love and romance and in your relationships. There is an elevation, you know. Again, you're releasing in order to ascend, to lifting, right? Bumping up. You're completing this, everything coming to its conclusion, the culmination of everything you've been doing. And there is this ta-da kind of moment. And with that comes a release, a shedding, a lighter feeling in order to allow in the new, right? Beautiful, beautiful energy for you. You've been working upon this pattern for a while. And whatever it is for you, you've been working on a cycle in your life around love and romance. And in the month of July, it's all coming up here for you, and you're meant to allow it to happen. Just celebrate this completion, this end of this cycle, the bumping up, the next level. Really lovely energy for you. We also have what you're meant to not do or stop doing is the Page of Cups in the reverse. I'll show you it in the upright. You have it in the reverse here. So what you're meant to not do or stop doing is, first and foremost, if you have been kind of stalking someone, a crush or whatever, do your best to stop doing that. If you feel compelled to check up on someone online, you know, we're working on release here. So you want to try to release older patterns where you are seeking love, let's say, where you don't feel it coming back to you. Okay, so this is why I say, you know, do your best to stop doing it. And one of the ways that you can do it, if sometimes you can feel like a compulsion, like I want to check up on this person, I want to see what they're doing. Sometimes stopping cold turkey might feel difficult. So if this is you doing this, this is one aspect of how this can come in, but it's coming in, so I'm just going to say it. One of the things that you can do is, before you would typically check, you know, on social media or whatever it is you're doing, or possibly be doing, if it's you doing this, take a breath and do something else first. You know, remind yourself that, hey, you know what, Capricorn, I love you. I love and support you. I see you. I hear you. I validate you. I adore you. Take a breath, and then you can check. But check in with yourself first, as opposed to just unconsciously doing it. Now, for some of you, this may not be you doing it, but what you're meant to stop doing or not do here is the Page of Cups in reverse, which is insincere, overly fawning kind of energy. So don't allow that for you as well. Like, notice where things are insincere or someone is just kind of needy, and do your best to back away from that, or say, you know, I'm just really not available for that right now. I'm not available. They call you on the phone and they want to, you know, they're just super needy and they want your attention and blah, 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 or they just are really flattering. You can say, well, you know, thank you. And you can turn away, you know, physically, but don't engage with that. Don't be fooled by that, and it's an older pattern, and you're working to stop that. It can come in a lot of different ways, and it's a general reading, so I can't identify how it's going to come in for each and every one of you, but you can feel it. You'll feel it. The Page of Cups in reverse feels insincere. It feels overly, people just sharing way too much, or could be, for you, don't share too much. Do your best to keep things very succinct, and keep your cards a little closer to your chest in the month of July. It can come in terms of people stalking you or this kind of thing, not in a necessarily like a stalker that you have to be afraid of, but people checking up on you or things, and you meant to stop this or not do this. So if it's you, don't do it as best you can, and if it's someone else that you're aware of, just try to distance yourself from that individual or that kind of energy. Now we have the Eight of Wands as the underlying theme, or the overall kind of thread that runs through July for you. And this is a very busy card. It could indicate travel. It can indicate the arrows of love. So monitor sincerity here. Make sure that you're being sincere and the other person is. Busy, again, a lot of communication. It could just be a lot of communication with an individual, or just a lot of different individuals. It's very fiery, passionate energy. Again, it can indicate travel. We also have the Page of Wands under the deck, which are invitations, busy on social media, this kind of thing. This is all fine and good. Just monitor sincerity, because with the Wands energy and the Page of Cups in reverse, just make sure that you are being authentic for who you are. You've had this sort of great awakening. You're releasing and shedding older patterns, so you want to come from a place of sincerity. Not that you wouldn't anyway, but even more so than, it's easy on social media for anyone to just be a bit more superficial. But the Page of Wands here under the deck, it could just be that there are invitations to social events and things like that. It's in the upright. It's really nice energy. Everyone's included. It's an open invitation kind of thing. And you do have a lot of busy energy here. So July may be kind of a busy time for you. In general, there may be travel involved and this kind of thing. And for some of you, it may include communication in terms of the arrows of love coming at you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and, it's pretty cut and dry kind of reading for you, Capricorn. In terms of the messages, what you're meant to do, start doing, and keep doing is this beautiful world energy. You are allowing yourself to culminate, to rise up, to finish the cycle on top, to succeed and move on to the next level, changed, renewed, ready for something fresh, because you have changed. You have gone through this period, and with that comes the release, the shedding of older patterns, older relationships, older friendships, this kind of thing. You may even feel the fullness, the pressure. Sometimes with the Eight of Wands, it can feel like pressure, like you have to please everyone and communicate with everybody. And it is important, of course, to have open and honest communication and respond, in a manner that's polite and appropriate. But it's not about others for you here. What you're meant to do and start doing and keep doing is you're meant to be the fullness of who you are, who you've been becoming, and allow this to conclude in a beautiful way. And if you are single, it could be that, there is this conclusion of singledom, let's say. You're bumping up. There may be that there is a new opportunity for someone to come in, but it's different because you're different. You've gone through this whole cycle, right? There's a bumping up, an elevation of who you would attract in based on how you're feeling more whole and complete. And if you are coupled, it's like the two of you move on, to the next level. Now, it doesn't mean that not everyone breaks up. Some people will break up, of course, with this. We have this release. But it's more about shedding older patterns. And as a couple, you are working to move on to the next level. For some of you, it could be, and now we're going to have a child, this kind of thing. Now we are going to travel the world. We do have the Eight of Wands and the world there. The only, thing, the cautionary note here is what you're meant to not do or stop doing is that Page of Cups. Don't be needy. Don't, do your best to distance yourself from people who are needy or insincere or just very overly flattering, wanting to share too much, this kind of thing. overly affectionate, too much too soon kind of energy. It's just the month of July. It's not forever. It's just maybe a period of time. As I mentioned, for some of you, your partner may feel this way because you've changed. All right, so as Capricorn goes into August, at the end of July, what is the message here for Capricorn? At the end of July, what can they look forward to at the very end of July as they go into August? Okay, here we go. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. You know, again, we have that full moon, the culmination here. We have the world, you know, this idea of the culmination, you know, the engagement, the ascension. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Remember, you're committing to yourself first and foremost, to the wholeness of you, to who you are. You've been doing this incredible work here with this awakening. You are shedding older patterns, things that just aren't vibrating with who you are now. And there's this love, this sense of ascension, you know, of moving on, bumping up. It's really, really nice energy for you, Capricorn. I'd love to see this for you. It looks like it'll be a really interesting month. As I mentioned, the only, you know, sort of cautionary note is that Page of Cups, but I've gone over that. Allow yourself this world energy. Allow yourself to feel the fullness of everything you've been working on, and to have this kind of idea of bumping up, you know, moving forward to the next level in a very successful and enjoyable way for you. So I hope you find that helpful. I wish you much love as always, Capricorn, and I will see you on the next video, or at your private tarot or Reiki appointment, or over at the Sloan Academy for the online courses with the life, purpose, and career readings. And is there anything else? I think that's it. Much love.